I would like to welcome Sri Chanchal Das, who is expert speaker for today's session. I render my thanks to Sir to accepting the invitation and sparing time from his busy schedule to come and enhance our knowledge. I also take this opportunity to welcome Head of Science and Humanities Department, Dr. Poonam Darbar, all my colleagues. A little bit about Sri Chanchal Das. Though he requires no information, he is very renowned, but it's my duty to tell you about him. Mr. Chanchal Das is a fellow of Institution of Engineers. Let me tell you, he is not associated with teaching. He is not a faculty anywhere in any colleges. It is his passion for maths that he is doing so much for maths. So, Mr. Chanchal Das is a fellow of Institution of Engineers. He is a mechanical engineer with postgraduate diploma in operations research and Master of Business Administration in Financial Management. He started his career at Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation Limited in the year 1981, and in the year 1990, he joined ONGC. He has over 22 years of experience as reservoir engineer in ONGC. He is the inventor of 3 game-changing technologies. His first invention is a multiple zone well oil and gas production technology. The second invention is a contract bridge gaming application. And the third invention is a new system of teaching advanced mathematics. He is the recipient of the World Oil Award in the Innovative Thinker category. He has been selected in the India Innovation Growth Program, Pearson Affordable Learning Program, NASSCOM 10,000 Startup Initiative, and received many national and international awards. He is the chairman of Das Scientific Research Labs Private Limited and Das Oilfield Technologies Private Limited. He is the advisor of Gujarat Technological University for new approaches of teaching engineering mathematics. He has published and presented numerous papers and attended various national and international conferences, forums, and seminars. He is the fellow of Institution of Engineers, life member of American Mathematical Society, Indian Mathematical Society, Society of Petroleum Engineers, and Society of Petroleum Geophysicists. He has established the Center of Excellence in Mathematics for simplifying advanced mathematical concepts and promote these simplified mathematical concepts to masses. So this is a little detail about what he has been doing and what he is doing. So without wasting much time, before I request him to start delivering his lecture, I would request Head of Science and Humanities Department, Dr. Poonam Darbar, to felicitate him by offering a sapling. Instead of bouquets, we have sapling in his honor. So I request all to join hands to extend him a warm welcome.
Thank you, madam, for a nice introduction. And it is already late, so I will be starting directly.
I would like to welcome Head of Science and Humanities Department, Sri Professor Piyush Patel, who has he joined little late. Welcome you, sir.
I will be delivering a lecture on geometrical interpretation of mathematical concept. Actually, I conduct workshop on this topic where participants are required to practice what I tell. Actually, my objective is to remove total abstraction from mathematics. There should not be any abstractness. Whatever we theory or formula or rules, whatever we say, we should show it in geometrically. That is my motto, and I am working on that motto. And this is the main and single objective of this presentation. Today, what we will be doing, I will not go too much in formal definition of some rules, regulation, nothing. We will try to exchange of our views. I will exchange. This is a very large audience, and I am first time attending this large audience. Earlier I have conducted workshop for 30, 35, 40 participants, but it is more larger. So I think we will gain both by exchanging the thoughts, what we are doing. Because in books we read all the theories, so we need not repeat same thing here. So the objective is to teach mathematics to be individuating and make mathematics interesting. This is my objective, and I am doing on these things. Now, before starting, I should say the new math teaching technique teaches application of technology in understanding advanced mathematical concepts and solving mathematical problems. Now, what is meant by these advanced mathematical concepts? I frequently ask questions. I will not tell something. So, can anybody tell what I mean to say these advanced mathematical concepts in mathematics? How many are there from mathematics department? Let it count. 5, 3, 8, 10, 13, 3, 16, so many. Okay, good. Count how many total participants? So now everybody, we are almost majority is mathematicians, and I am raising this question: what is advanced mathematical concepts? Where it starts? At which class? Class 1, class 5, PhD, doctorate level, or BTech, BSc? Where? Advanced mathematical concept. We should know clearly what is meant by advanced mathematical concepts. Can anybody share anything? Because
what we started for a month.
School.
After school, whatever we have learned in the school is mathematical concepts.
Okay, after school. Can you cite some examples? After school means many things starts in school and will continue in colleges. So actually which topics? Can you name something? Application. Okay. Now I am sharing my thought. Actually advanced mathematical concept, what I mean, after class 8, first we are being introduced as coordinate geometry. Then we are being introduced trigonometry. Then we are being introduced this calculus. This is this thing. Linear algebra, vectors, complex numbers. This vectors, complex number in the school also will start. So it is not that after schooling. It starts in the school. Class 11 we are being introduced this vector and complex numbers. Statistics, probability. All are taught in schools, and these are actually concepts. These are based on concepts. These are not, I don't tell them as a mathematics. It all concepts, and these topics have been evolved from millennia-long exercises and constant refinement of a very simple mathematical concept. And at the same time, this advanced mathematical concept, if you think that where from it started, you will find that it is a very simple and common thing. We have ignored this many things we ignore daily life. From that small beginning, it has become a very large topic, very large subject. So this is the thing, this topic, and it has not been developed overnight. It took thousands years, 500 years, even 10,000 years, like that. So this concept we have to learn in a few classes. Is not it? In syllabus, we have to follow this is the syllabus, you have to learn it. So you think that a concept has been evolved which took thousands years, 500 years, 200 years, and we have to learn in 1 hour. Is it possible? It is very difficult, and that is the problem students facing. Actually, we blame students are not good or the teacher not good, book is not good. It is not like that. If the problem is that if a sufficient time is given, suppose a student of class 12, he is given, you learn this particular topic, you will not read other subjects. He can do means he will learn specifically. What is the problem with him? He has to learn so many subjects, and he has to limited resource of time. He don't have luxury in time. He cannot spend 20 hours in mathematics only. He fails within all other subjects. There are people who have done like that. One of the this century great mathematician who is Mandelbrot, he used to do that. He used to pass mathematics and fail all the subjects. And his life was miserable, but he is one of the greatest contributor of modern mathematics. I will tell all these things. And this small concept, when we think of a small concept, how it starts. Suppose that I given some examples, that we will realize that the small things having potential if we can concentrate. This steam engine. How steam engine started, anybody can tell? Who invented steam engine and how it started? Steam engine? James Thom? Yeah. How it started? Any story you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was boiling water in a kettle. Then he found that due to the pressure of water, the lid of the kettle lifted up.
Yes.
So,
Very good. So this is the story. When he was child, his mother was making tea, and this the power was up and down. So he thought this is having a course, and this course we can utilize. And he started working on that. And the gift we have got, that smooth ride, is train. Is not it? Started from very simple observation. Similarly, bullet trains. Bullet trains. Anybody having idea what is bullet train or magnetic navigation trains?
Opposite poles of magnetic field, and it is a bit lifted from the surface.
It's simple. You make it simple, more simple. Yes, you are right. It repels. Simple. And we see every from childhood whenever we see the moments, it repels. And repels means this is the bullet train. From that bullet train has come. A simple observation we ignore, but others give weightage on that and they do that thing. Many people even do not understand how bullet trains run, how this it leaps from the track. So you can say it flows. I will show that one example about that. Because when we see now, then we believe that it how it works. This is the thing. Here is a simple plastic thing, and I am putting it here, and this is another piece of toy, and this I am putting here. So nothing is keeping it support, no support. You can rotate it. It will not fall. Okay. So this is the theory of magnetic levitation and this bullet train. So what I am trying to emphasize that everything starts from a small thing, a small thought. Cyclones. You see, many times we get devastated from the cyclonic effect. How this cyclone means nowadays to some extent we can able to predict, but we cannot predict that when next year when it happens, next in the third year when it happens, we cannot predict that. But we can predict that 76 years after that comet, Halley's comet will come back. So we are so certain about calculating this comet which will return back after 76 years. But we cannot comment whether there will be a cyclone tomorrow or not. And what is the problem? Can anybody think this? This is a mathematical problem. This is not a weather problem. What is that mathematics? That mathematics is a thought, is a butterfly effect. Anybody having any idea about what is butterfly effect? Have you heard anybody? Butterfly effect? Yeah.
Yes. So it's related to weather prediction and the solution of differential equation.
Yeah, but what is that actually? What is the starting point? That I wanted to know the basis of that.
So if butterfly has a long wing and one of the wing is in one city and the other wing is in another city. So even if the weather can be affected from outside the city.
No, actually thought is, you can make it stop it. Butterfly effect. It is like that. Can you think that today one butterfly is flying here and with that wave it is generating, can it make a cyclone at London? This is the butterfly effect. Can it make a cyclone in London? A butterfly is flying here and this wave is generating, no? Can this effect make a cyclone at UK? This is the question and this is the butterfly effect. And the answer is yes. It will be surprising that knowing that yes, the answer is yes. Yeah. And this entire thing, whatever we are learning in our mathematics, we are just excluding all these topics, advanced topics from our syllabus, that it is hard. It is not hard, but it is not being placed properly. So if we can place properly, we can think. So cyclones also predictable, and now it has become, I think in future we can change. And similarly, we know that apple falling, that everybody see, but nobody work on that. Newton has made so many discoveries on that. And Google, what is the meaning of Google? Anybody? We are all familiar with Google, na? Searching engine. Huh?
One followed by million.
Yes. 100 zeros. 100 zeros. One followed by 100 zeros. That is Google. And actually that Google is G-O-O-G-O-L. Google. It was a mistake by the Google language. So spelling, so he made it G-L-E. Actually it is a number. It is related to mathematics. It was started to express a very large number. And after 100 zero, this number is so big, it is a very, very large number. So what I mean to say, this all advanced concept all started from small things. And these small things we don't emphasize, we don't even mention in the class, and that creates our mathematics difficult. Why new mathematics technique is required. This is the thing actually. Understanding the simple concept, which is the origin of the topics, it is difficult to understand the concepts involved in these topics. And another thing is that to be competitive and successful in career, you have to learn hundreds of concepts. At the same time, you have to solve thousands of problems. But manually, it is not simply possible. Who tries it to do it, no, he fails simply. And all my, nowadays I go many places, deliver lecture, meet many students of IITs, IIM, alumni, and one thing is clear: they practice through technology. They use in class 11, 12, they use technology and they got in IITs. Those try to read and theory and practice manually, they already know. It is not directly, I don't say intelligence and talent is not related, but it has relatively less effect. Those are having technology, use technology, they got, oh, I can cite one example also. It is not boring, no? This, we should know these things. We are just hardly, we are more familiar with just solving, completing a syllabus. It is not completing syllabus. Learning math, we should know what is happening here. One student, he was very ordinary student, going to school, normal course as others do, coming back. Then he, class 10, he got, that time this CD used to come on encyclopedia, this Britannica encyclopedia CDs. So he somehow got with some gift, as a gift with something he purchased with that. He opened that, seen that, but with that CD there was a small program which is MS Math, Microsoft Math. And he installed that mathematics in his computer, and he started generating these functions. And it was very simple actually. Anybody having idea about MS Math? MS Math. MS Math is developed by Microsoft and available free. Very, very good software, particularly school students and analytical calculations. Very simple but very effective. I will cover all these things in my lecture if I can. Then what he has started doing, no? He started practicing these graphs. And then he started visualizing. He used to see a formula and he used to see this, how this graph will be. And when he sees this graph, no, when question comes related to that, then everything he sees that, it will be like that. It cannot increase this way. So this value should be less than this, right than this. So he used to take many questions without even solving it. By seeing the options, no, he can say this will be the perfect answer. So he got IIT Gandhinagar, and he was one of the students who worked in my mathematics project earlier. So these are the things. Now this little about this mathematics teaching technique. It started in 7 June 2014 at GTU. I was just thought of doing something. Now I think in this batch you are not there. Okay.
Two of our faculties, in fact, and I was sitting behind.
Okay, you are there? Okay. So actually what happened, that time I was working with ONGC and just left my job and concentrated on my research. Okay. So concentrated on my research and I was going to some schools, some colleges, that you give me a chance, I have developed something, a new way of teaching mathematics, and nobody given any weightage, simply. So I was wandering here and there. One day I met Dr. Agarwal. Dr. Agarwal, when I approached him, he just listened me patiently. Then he started narrating his experience. Actually, he was in Canada
and he has tried to improve the quality of math in colleges earlier also. He conducted many activities. Even Avalon in GTU have some program, activity based learning. All these are his ideas. So he insisted me, okay, you go for you do it, but you do it for faculties. And it was a great challenge for me because I never had any teaching experience. So, and I don't know that because obviously I am just learner, you can say, in mathematics. So, but he insisted, and it was very successful actually, I should say. Many faculties rated 10 out of 10 in that workshop, and well taken. So it was inaugurated by Vice Chancellor sir himself. Now coming back to my thing, this already they have covered. Only thing I mentioned that I have visited many countries and I have interacted in many university heads, even US, UK, universities, Malaysia, Georgia. Situation is same almost everywhere. And I am now trying to set up a center of excellence in mathematics for all, not only particular college or particular school or universities, a common center place. But I am facing a problem from central government also. I met the education minister, and here also I met. But problem is that nobody now knows whose domain is it. Mathematics, whether it is higher education, whether it is a technical education, whether it is school education. So confusion is there. So that is percolating to the students. So this is the thing. And this same also true for US, UK, even I visited Germany, and their government is very much worried because they are telling, and this is happening also in India. This brilliant guys, no, they are getting good package in management, MBA. If they pass, they get good packages. So all the talented guys are going for MBA, CA, or all these things for easy money. But then they are concerned that then who will science and technology, how science and technology will progress if this all talented guys goes to that, because there is no much incentive in practicing science and engineering now what was earlier. Now it is a management. If you practice management course, you get good packages. IIM gives a 75 lakhs yearly package like that. But IIT hardly 1 2 fellows get like that. It is 12, average 8 lakhs and maximum 25 lakhs. But many IIM guys get 75 lakhs even. So this is a concern actually. Many those are thinkers, no, about society. They knows that this will affect the innovation. This will affect the science and technology also. So this is the problem. Now, first requirement is this. This is participative. As I am telling, it should be. You should raise the question. Something. We'll exchange views. It is not a learning workshop. Healthy interaction, freely sharing views. Large language policy communication matters. Means it is not that how you are trying to express. Like China, Russia, I give that example because I attended 3 workshops in China and 2-3 workshops in Malaysia, and many and also in UK and France, and many Chinese professors come for presentation, and any body in India, if he speaks not a quality English, no, people laughs on that, but I have seen and learned from them. They even cannot tell a meaning of a English word, but they are the ruling the world now. Ruling in the sense, the gravity of ruling you cannot imagine. Means whenever I go to France, UK, US, and I try to some memento, something I will purchase to take it back. Whenever lift and see that made in China. So this is the thing. This is full of stores, US, UK, everywhere. you will feel their presence. And this presentation I will try to that math is not hard, and we are all mathematicians, math is everywhere. And what is math? This is today I will explore most of my time on these topics. Here I will take a survey. Here total participant. How many of you feel that math is not hard? Raise. And somebody can count. आप गिन सकते हैं थोड़ा हमारे लिए हेल्प करिए. Because this is having a very good relevance. So rest I can say 17. So it is that majority feels that math is hard, or let us explore whether really it is hard or not. First thing what this is the statistics, today's statistics. So we'll see it after finishing the presentation. Okay. Now, math is not hard. How I can tell that math is not hard? Because we are all mathematicians. We are all mathematicians. As an example, I will cite that housewives, great mathematicians. This is my very favorite. I have analyzed whatever things affect our life. If I ask what affect our life, it is money, it is comfort, it is good road, good town, metro, all these things, or what? Can you tell something which impact our life mostly? What is that? Food. Morning, if you are not having a good food, your mood will be always and this food is being prepared by those, and this is not only just putting some ingredient together, it is an art. It is a constant evolution, constant improvement, and we get good foods, and it really affect our mood. I agree on that. and if you want that, you are a mathematician, no? So you want to create a robot, and the robot will cook for you. You never can get a tasty food like someone prepares at backyard from the robot. He will mechanically put something, not any considering the feel, effect, all these things. Then maintaining household expenditure, financial management, forget about riches. Those are having very, very limited earnings. They problem is same, whether a rich man, today Ratan Tata told, I am alone. Nobody is with me now today. So problem, whether it is a Ratan Tata or a poor man, is same. He has to manage his asset properly. And these fellows, Ratan Tata doing with help of his employees, but he do it himself. And this is a really art, allocating these resources. This is limited resources, no, in different requirements. Whether I should go today in cinema, or I should save something for my child, or I should keep something for my medical if I fall sick, all these things planning, and it is a great mathematics involved on all these things. Scheduling the time and transaction in marketplace. Driving vehicle. This is a unique example. Driving vehicle. Yeah. Economics, you are naming a branch, but ultimately it is calculations, no? You name it is you are for simplicity sake you are categorizing, but it is basically, if I see my outlook is all mathematics, and that I will come. This is a good observation actually. This driving, when we are driving, many of the drivers never visited any school, is not it? And they don't know the Newton's laws of motion, but they drive effortlessly without making any accident, taking a right decision, when to accelerate, when to decelerate, everything, is not it? And we are moving smoothly around our, except 1-2 cases, we do that. And here also, this time and space, how this accident and avoided, that I this is a good example actually that I want to cite. Time and space, these two things you can avoid a accident, in the sense, one vehicle is coming, you wait, and when you cross, you go. This is actually time. And then space. Space actually, this line, earlier roads were single roads. Now it is divider, with divider. So they have made space separate for up and down, like that. So these are also mathematics involved in those things also. Now coming to that animal kingdom, I am telling that math is everywhere. This prey and predator, crab, tiger and deer, kingfisher and fish, honeybee and honeycomb, all these things, great mathematics, means not only simple mathematics. This crab, have anybody idea about this seashore in red crabs, small crabs, thousands of crabs? I can bet you that if you try to catch single of that, there are thousands. If you go there, but you cannot catch single one. So calculatively they move around their holes, their nest. It moves like that, and they have so calculative, it never can catch one. And this was my experience. A few days back I was seeing one photographer was trying to photograph very closely to them, and means it was very difficult. Whenever his presence is there, everyone was going inside. So he could not take. So he was laying a pipe wire, keeping this here, his camera, and then shooting from there, like that he was doing. So then that convicted me that yes, it is very difficult to that. So calculated this one, tiger and deer. You can see that tiger and deer always runs faster than tiger. But then how that tiger catches this deer? They have to always optimize. It has to jump from somewhere where he can catch hold of him, no? So these are closer, but very closer if it goes, then deer can notice it and he can run away. So he has to optimize. Every step he has to optimize. And nowadays, National Geography, I observe this very favorite channel of mine, that sees, when hours they wait to for the right moment to jump, not that randomly jumps. Kingfisher and fish, that kingfisher, the bird, these birds are so calculative. You can see this is two medium, water and air, and both are having refractive index is different. So whatever we see there, actual position is not that. This refraction effect. So, and that also, the fellow is moving with certain speed, and that kingfisher is sitting there. And when he tries, jumps or drives for that fish, so he has to plan that at the velocity it will come here, and then I go in this direction at this speed, then only I can reach there and I can catch him. So hardly you will see they miss these things. So very calculative mathematics. Then honeybee and honeycomb. This first thing is that you see this, there are thousands of honeybees, no? So suppose they are trying to make a new shelter for them. So when they start from some places, what will happen? Suppose this is a 1 centimeter place. How many bees can work there? 10, 20, 30. But 1000 bees will be idle then. But this is not an optimal use of resources. So what they do, you know, they start from 3-4 places and they start growing. So everybody is occupied and ultimately they make this thing. And the beauty is that in this calculation they never get that joints. It is not that it is a distorted joint. It is a very systematic joint. So their calculation is so perfect. And another observation is that it is a hexagonal, always hexagonal. But can anybody tell why it is hexagonal? Any idea? Maximum storage and maximum strength. Both. They knows. We don't know that, but nature knows it. So nature is also doing calculations, all these things. So what happen if you give any shape, no, this they contain less volume. If you make it circular, square, triangular, any shape you can make, no, containers. That container will occupy less volume. So this hexagonal gives maximum volume, at the same time this strength. If some impact comes, no, hexagonal shape can give maximum resistance. So this much information they have. Now moving to our plants. Plants, actually you see that plants not randomly grows. It grows having a pattern, that definite reasoning, structure, symmetry. Means all these things, if you go on observing, no, then you will be surprising. So many theories are there. I'll tell something. Sunflower. It has a quality of sensing direction. All the sunflower, whether it is in Ahmedabad or in Kolkata or in UK, always face east. So they have a sense of direction they can face. They don't have any sensory organs, no. Similarly, touch me not, sense of time. What happens when any animals or something touches, it closes, no, or closes his lips. Yeah. But if he keeps closing for long time, what will happen? He will deprive of sunlight and food. So he has to optimize. How it optimize? So he has something sense of time. Okay, he has not a clock like that we have. So but they have some biological clock, something. So after that they calculate. Now I think danger is not there, so they slowly opens up. So all these things, and this was followed by Fibonacci number and golden ratio. I will touch something about Fibonacci numbers and golden ratio. How many of you have seen about known about this Fibonacci number and golden ratio both? Raise hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Just, madam, can you tell something about these two? What is these two? No.
Golden ratio is 1 plus root 5 by 6 root 2.
Yes.
1 plus root 5 by 2.
2,
It's
yes.
1.6 something.
Yes, good. And Fibonacci number? Okay, Fibonacci number. Anybody Fibonacci number?
Part 1, it's the recurrence of the number.
हाँ.
We are starting with first numbers 1 and then adding the previous numbers to get the next number.
Yes. So this is related to growth. And it was how this Fibonacci number came. You know a story. That story. Any idea? This rabbit. Fibonacci given a puzzle of rabbit. Rabbit growth means today if I am having a rabbit, how many rabbits will be there after 1 year? So sometimes we try to predict like that, no. So that prediction he has made like that with this Fibonacci series. And then cauliflower and fern. Cauliflower and fern. What is the speciality of this thing? Plants. Anybody having any idea what is cauliflower and fern having the speciality? I have written their dimensions and fractals.
Pattern repeats.
Huh?
Pattern repeats. Small.
Pattern repeats, yes, very good. Anything else? Symmetry is there, very good.
In one, the size of leaves is going on decreasing.
Huh.
It becomes
It has a, yeah, means order, means it is decreasing order, or yeah. And anything else? Actually, these are called fractals. How many of you are aware of fractals? You know, okay. Define fractals.
So actually smaller to larger, whatever we see, it looks exactly same.
Very good.
Means if it is a small triangle here, I will see a huge triangle only, but it will be made of triangles that expand like this, and I get bigger triangles. In simple language, I can say.
Yeah, this is very good. So actual fractals is like that. Fractals will be self-similar. Self-similar, what does it mean? It means it will be looked alike. When, if I am being divided, Chanchal Das is being divided, then you will get two Chanchal Das of smaller size. Self-similarity means it is not that half portion means one hand, it is not, this is not divisibility. If any object divided and we get two similar objects, this is fractal. Okay? Now I think concept. Now suppose one triangle I divide it, what we will get? This is a very difficult subject because we cannot proceed. Actually, it took me almost 6 years to understand what it says. Now I know a little bit and I am trying to share with you so that you can also work on that. Now, if I divide it, what will happen? Same similar.
How we divide?
So if I divide,
It just, I'm making two triangles, then they'll be of different shape. But if I choose some way to make all, as I can see it as an equilateral, and I choose a way to divide it in the way that all are equilateral, then it is going to be repeat of patterns as like fractals. But if I just draw a line, there'll be two different shaped triangles.
so self similarity lost.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So how you can divide them?
As I think 4 triangles if we make, take center points and then the line and then again center
Very
point.
good. Something like that. So this when divided, one division, 1 by 2, okay, then we get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Similarly, it will go on. Something like it will go on repeating, and this is the thing. And for a line, when I divide, it will be half. No issue. 2. So line when we divided from fractal point of view, it produces 2, but in triangle it is 4. Now suppose you have a cube, what will happen? If you divide?
9.
Yes, very good. Not 9, I think, let us try. It will be 4 and 4.
8.
8.
Number of smaller size.
Yeah.
But 8 is fine.
Yeah. So this is the division. That conventional division is not applicable in fractal. Fractals, it should be self-similar. So when it should be self-similar, then it has to be number will go on increasing. And this relationship, this scaling and the number of copies we get, these two defines the dimension. This I mentioned now, dimensions. And very difficult to understand this concept actually. Rest we can understand, but this is the starting point. So these things are there, and whole nature, that again I will come back. Now coming back to this Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence is first two terms is adding third term. That's all. First two terms is adding third term. But you see these terms when divided, then we will get, it will, you see this, it is converging and it ends about 1.618, and this 1.618 is the golden ratio. Then you can imagine that Fibonacci sequence and golden ratio having some relation. And again another exercise I do, here you take any number, okay? I have taken 100, then add 1 and you can practice it, you can write down and you can practice at home, 101, then square root that, then you will get 10 point something, and then recur this same process throughout. Take this 10.491 here, then add 1, then get this 11 point something, then square root, and then again repeat it, recursion. Then it ends up again 1.618. Is not it? So you see this here also golden ratio comes. Now madam told 1 plus root 5 by 2. That 1 plus root 5 by 2, where from it comes? Any idea? How you can tell it is golden ratio is 1? You told this, no? Golden ratio generally 5, 1 plus root 5 by 2. Where from these numbers come? This actually many articles available throughout net, millions, but you will not get the answer of all these things in one place. You have to struggle like that, leaving my job and working on all these things. So, this is nothing but a simple thought like that. If a line, if ratio, it is golden ratio, I am always telling about ratio. That means it is something, division of two similar things. It can be a line, it can be an area, it can be a volume, anything it can be. So it is a line. So I am dividing it. Any proportion, not half, any proportion. Okay. Similarly, if you have a rectangle, then you are also dividing it. This is one larger, one is smaller. Okay. Anything like that, you can go on continue. Now, golden ratio can be defined simply GR is equal to, you can remember this, I like this definition actually. Whole to larger is equal to larger to smaller. This definition, I think it is very easy to remember and you can get a geometrical idea about this ratios. So whole is this, whole is this length, whatever may be, and this is larger and this is smaller. Then I am telling this is whole and this is larger. So suppose whole is W and this is L and this is S. So W by L is equal to L by S. This is the theory. There is no much theory. Now as we know geometry, algebra we apply. Let us forget about this. We put it here X. Okay. Now better it will be simplified if you put it here 1. then it will be, I don't know what is the length of this, let it be x. Okay, then what will be this? 1 minus x. Then put this formula again, 1 by x, x by 1 minus x. So it comes x square is equal to 1 minus x, something like that. Sorry. This comes like that. One by x is equal to x by 1 minus x. So x square is equal to 1 minus x. This is larger, x is larger, then larger by smaller. So equate this, then it will give a formula x square is equal to plus minus 1 equal to 0. Something it will come, and when you divide the means we have this formula quadratic solving quadratic equation. Minus plus this formula if you put, then 1
plus or minus
this will come 1 plus root 5
plus or minus
by 2 and plus minus. Yeah. So positive 1 is the golden ratio. So this comes from there. And again, I can go on extending this continuous fraction, means sometimes this I am emphasizing something about golden ratio because of its importance. This continuous fraction we have learned y is equal to 1 by 1 plus 1 by, like the continuous fraction we have learned in class 5-6, no? What will be the value of this fraction? Anybody can tell? 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by that it will go on. Huh? It is again going to be 1.618, something same golden ratio. So golden ratio is connected so in so many things like that. We calculate.
This is 1 upon entire thing, so it is going to be 1 upon some.
1 plus, no, sorry, no. Same pattern, you have to see the pattern. You have to see the pattern. Actually, this is also another thing for learning mathematics. Every system having a pattern, and if you find this pattern, then math will become very simple. Everything, there is a pattern actually, not 1 by, sorry. So, going back to my discussion, let us know math is everywhere. We are discussing, yes.
So, I am trying to take that there is some story behind all kind of dimension. So, is there any story behind this full line and culture divided by what you have said, full by that bigger number, bigger by that?
Yes.
How that idea comes?
This idea actually, this is a book, one book, The Secret Code. This book, all the research work she has done, she is an Indian but I think settled in UK. I purchased it from that Victoria and Albert Museum of London, and £10, one book. And all this, her observation, she has wrote, this is a very good book, Secret Code. This is written about golden ratio and means from the prehistoric era, almost you can say she has covered how these things started. This will go on everywhere, it will be available. Suppose this is a circle and you draw a pentagon like that. This will be a pentagon, and this pentagon again, this area and this total length is again golden ratio. Like that, everywhere you will find golden ratio. And golden ratio